Although you may not realize it, freedom of movement is actually a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 13 of the Universal Declaration. No, we don't mean the freedom to dance, or twerk, or do the jerk until it hurts. We mean the freedom to move inside the borders of one's own country without needing to report your movement to your government or to seek your government's approval. This might all sound like common sense, but in reality, the denial of the freedom of movement is one of the main ways that totalitarian and repressive regimes oppress people. In Nazi Germany and in the Soviet Union under communism, you had to obtain an internal passport to be able to travel from one city to another. This is also true in many communist societies to this day. That's why the ominous phrase, "show me your papers," recalls our worst images of the governments who have turned against the people they have claimed to serve. So how does all this apply to Pokemon Go? Well, lately, overenthusiastic Pokemon Go players have gotten a bad reputation for moving around in public a little too much in their quest for rare Pokemon creatures. Some players have wandered onto private property, some have jumped fences in zoos, some have broken traffic and speeding laws, and many more have risked walking into traffic or even off of cliffs. So what are your main freedom of movement rights as someone who is playing a video game in public? Well, they're pretty much the same as everyone who's not playing the game. This is good news because that means you have freedom of movement in the classic sense of the human rights term. You can travel anywhere, at any time, to play the game in your home country. No passport needed. But freedom also confers responsibility or obligation to others. So this means you can't trespass, including jumping fences at zoos, or block traffic when you should be on the sidewalk. You should never play the game while driving or walking in dangerous areas. After all, rescuing people after they've fallen off a cliff or been the victim of an accident is no game. There are first responders who are going to have to save you. So even if you're passionate about Pokemon Go, please remember there are times when you need to stop playing the game and pay attention to the real world. After all, the best way to keep our rights is to be responsible about using them for the sake of others.